Hello, my name is Kamen Demo, and this is my review of patciser and lupinciser. Why both the same video? Because they're basically the same thing, just different arm, different head. They both use the same body, and that's really what we're here to see. So as you can see on the front you have, let's start with the patciser one, because why not? As you can see on the front you have patciser with the Pat Rangers, that's a Looping Ranger then, caught myself, with the, I think, logo for the Pat Ranger, and at the bottom in English, patciser, as you can see, made by Bandai, no longer for the English, rip. As you can see, the side you have the Pat Rangers vehicles and patciser, and right up there is red. Down here, as you can see, you have a nice canopy shot of all three of them, and then patciser's head. And then down here you have Patron Yugo, the three Pat Rangers at the end, and then right here on the right you have all the versus vehicles that make patciser and the gun. Down the bottom, lupinciser. Down the side, all of the down this side, all of the trigger machines that make it again, their action features. Patciser, good striker, basically. Now let's bring in lupinciser's box. You may be asking, why did you buy both if they're basically the same thing? They're basically, I like to have them both displayed. As you can see, everything the same. Looping Ranger, I may not have mentioned this, but the card that you get with them, which I may get out in a minute. As you can see, these guys, and then red again, very large box. You can see red with the gimmick, which splits him into three. Trigger machines that form it. Then firing the trigger machines, patciser. The action features, good striker in his different forms, and lupinciser. The shot of all the vehicles on the side, and same thing there. Bottom, basically don't eat your toys, and a shot of the Looping Rangers. This side, the Looping Rangers and lupinciser. Let's get that out of the way and bring in good striker in Looping Ranger form, because this is how he always flies in the show. Now if you want to put him in patciser mode, because they do use him first for the attack mode, what you're going to do is fold up the wings and put the nose in, and he does make some noise without the gun, but it's very finicky. Him telling you who he is. No idea, because I don't speak Japanese and Pat Ranger. No idea again. But let's bring the versus changer to show off some of his movements in the Pat Ranger mode. That's a Looping Ranger again, because they're a better team. You can see he's massive. As you can see, we've united into all three of them into one to form Patron Yugo. What the translations say in my subbed videos, one-shot strike, from what I know. And then to send him into the patciser mode, as you can see, he is very heavy, makes the gun very heavy in this mode. That doesn't change for the looping mode either, but once you've done that, I believe, just to fake out the thing and not show it in the mode, but I'm pretty sure once you do that, you fold that out, and I'm pretty sure I can just press this. Essentially, you would do that when you make patciser, but I'm lazy. And then what you want to do for the looping ranger mode, fold out the wings, put that down, and basically there's a button there that tells whether it's in pat ranger mode or looping ranger mode. But once you've done that, the dial should start to work. Still very finicky. And now for the sounds in the Versus Changer in Looping Ranger mode.
Good striker!
And then ready, go. And then to call them out. And now for lupinciser. So what you want to do is fold this out, put this up, lupinciser. Then what you want to do is fold the nose up because he won't be able to stand otherwise. There's a button back here, as you can see. Press that in, fold these, pull these out, do that, fold these out because lupinciser. Push them in because that's the arm movements for this mode. And what you want to do is bring in red and Starfighter. What you want to do is, that's the action feature of Lupin Red. As you can see, it moves to reveal the face later on. So what you want to do is bring him here. Oh, and you want to fold these up, by the way. Yep, fold them up. Plug him in there on the plug that we folded out earlier. And there's the face. I'm not sure if you can see it too well from there, but I'll bring it forward. And there's my face. Yeah, there's his face. One of the problems with this toy line, the face is very hard to see. I believe with the Candy toy line, they did have a replacement face for patciser, not lupinciser, because lupinciser, that's his hat. And then with yellow, that folds out, you do it like that, you fold the wings, that's an arm. Lupin yellow on. And then basically the same with blue, you take this, essentially done, and then turn it this way, and then fold the wings. As you can see, there's a fist there for later transformations, but for now, he has the gun and the chainsaw, or the buzzsaw. And then that's basically lupinciser. But it's better in the show, obviously, because CGI, and they have the suits. Spoilers, people wear suits, they're not real mechas. But yeah, that's how it works. Patciser is very similar to this in transformation forms, which I will show you now. Let's just take this guy out of shot for now. Bring in my other lupinciser with these folded up, because patciser. What you want to do is, for this guy, which came with the patciser mecha, this isn't the same one from the video, you want to press the trigger here, and I'll do the same from this side. What you want to do is fold this down, and basically the action feature for this is when this rolls, it forms the wheels to roll, basically. So what you want to do is fold this down, plug it in like that, maybe. Oh no, this is folding down. Plug it in like that, and then what you do is bring in him. Yep, shoot that out, push that down, and then he is an arm with a gun, just like lupinciser. And then with her, you want to do the same. Shoot, shoot. But with her, you have to fold the arm thing out, pull this out, and now he has a police baton, because why not? As you can see, he's a lot more. He's a lot less flexible. He has a lot less articulation. The arms don't fold like they do in lupinciser. He doesn't really get much in the way of articulation later on either. But eventually these two will form a better, I don't want to say better, but a bigger Megazord, essentially. But that's it for these guys, essentially. But later on in the line, we will get more figures to go with them, basically. Essentially, later on, you will get that. But for now, this is what they look like. They look better in the show, I'm not gonna lie. And Good Striker basically chooses which one he wants to form every week, unless he's forced to make a Megazord. But in one of the show's episodes, he did form into this form. He became Lupin Patciser. That's just the name I've given him. I mean, that's the form they form. It's for like 10 minutes. They're fighting in the suit, inside the head here, which is where the cockpit is in the show. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. But they start fighting it in a filler episode, and eventually everything's solved and these two stop working with him, so forth and so such. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I will see you again at another point with another episode, this time with the Arsenal series.